What's up, guys? Welcome to This Week in the NFL, Week 10. It is our Week 10 preview. We are back with our picks. We actually have a good amount different this week, so that's pretty nice. I have the Raiders, you have the Chargers, which is the Thursday night game. I have the Titans, you have the Chiefs. I have the Jets, you have the Giants. I have the Cardinals, you have Tampa Bay. I have Atlanta, you have New Orleans. And then I have Dallas, and you have Minnesota. So that's 6 different, so
Yeah.
Decent amount. We only had 3 different last week. How are you feeling about them?
I'm feeling pretty good about most of them, honestly. I don't know how you're feeling about the Saints and the Falcons, though.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good about Saints and Falcons. I don't like Chiefs and Titans. I don't really like Jets and Giants. I mean, we obviously make these at the beginning, but I don't know how. Also, just ones that we have together, obviously Bengals over Ravens is just not going to happen.
Yeah, dude, I really
But-
don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to pick some upsets at the beginning of the year. I mean, Bengals coming off a bye at home. I guess they could get them, but
yeah, I mean, now they're starting Ryan Finley. It's like, who knows?
Yeah, it's
Who knows?
But, I don't know. As I said, feeling pretty good about him. We'll see. I wasn't feeling good last week, and I did a little better than I thought. But we're actually going to go straight into our games of the week, and it's the last game of the week, but I think it's also the best game, and we have Seahawks at 49ers. Obviously, the 49ers are the last undefeated team with the Patriots losing to the Ravens last week. And, I mean, I almost want to say I can see them getting knocked off here, but also it's at home in prime time. I think that I think this 49ers D-line is so much better than the Seahawks offensive line that Russell Wilson's just going to be running for his life all day.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely see that. Russ is on his MVP tear right now, so we'll see. I kind of like the Seahawks in this one, honestly.
Yeah, and Russ is coming off his best game of the year in a year that was already really good. So he was great last week. Josh Gordon will be playing for the first time.
Oh,
I have to assume in a Seahawks uniform. I'm pretty sure he's playing this week. So I could definitely see the Seahawks knocking them off. But I don't know, the 49ers have just looked so good that I almost still don't see it happening. But definitely on upset alert.
For sure. Moving on to my game of the week, I got the Vikings and the Cowboys. This is a huge game for both of these teams. Obviously, the Vikings lost last week on the last-second field goal to the Chiefs, and then the Cowboys just manhandled the Giants, unfortunately. But this is going to be a big game for both teams because both teams need these games to stay in playoff contention. The Vikings are currently the 6th seed, so they're the last team in right now. I think the Rams are knocking on the door at 5-3, right below them.
Yep.
So they're going to need this win to stay. And then the Cowboys need to keep this. They're going to need to win this to stay on top of the East because the Eagles are right behind them too at 5-4.
The Eagles have already caught back up, which is surprising because it feels like not that long ago that the Cowboys beat the Eagles, and I was kind of like, the Cowboys kind of have control of this now. The Eagles are on a bye this week, so they won't get a win. But you don't want to keep the Eagles within striking distance.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, the Cowboys, other than the Eagles, haven't had an impressive win all season.
No,
which is also why this would be a really good win for them, just to prove to the league that hey, we can actually compete with the big dogs.
Yeah, and
so
I believe the Cowboys are the worst division leader in the league record-wise. I believe so.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So there's not like they'll be like, oh, we got the wild card even if the Eagles beat us. The Cowboys gotta be sure that they have the East kind of locked down.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if they will. But speaking of a team that also will be fighting for one of those, there are 2 teams that will be fighting for some wild card spots. My other game of the week, we have Rams Steelers. This is a super weird game for me because both teams have had a 3-game losing streak during the season, but they both are at 500 or above 500. So really up and down seasons for both of them. The Rams won 3 straight, lost 3 straight. Now they've won 2 straight, and the Steelers lost 3 straight and then split 2, and now they're on a 3-game win streak. So both these teams super up and down, super weird. They both beat good teams, lost to good teams, lost to bad teams. Both really weird. Rams are coming off a bye, but they're in Pittsburgh. This one is really up in the air for me. I just really don't know where this is going to go. The Steelers' defense has looked so improved this year.
Oh, yeah.
But if they get dropped 30 on their heads, I wouldn't be surprised. So
yeah, no, I completely agree. I think what it will mostly come down to is how the Steelers' offense performs.
Yes, yeah. Mason Rudolph can't afford to kick field goals and turn it over. He can't have the start he had last week. Yeah.
He can't have the start he had last week.
And he has been getting better every week. He's been progressing, But the Rams are obviously a much better defense than the Dolphins and the Chargers, and I could definitely play against the Chargers, but the Dolphins and he played against the Ravens are pretty good. But
and I mean, if the Rams come out firing on offense, you can't get behind either. You know.
Yeah. Cooper Kupp's on a tear. Mike Hilton will be on him in the slot, pretty good slot corner, but Cooper Kupp's really good. So another game, I want to pick the Steelers, but I know that's my bias in here.
Yeah.
I have a feeling like we'll lose a close one.
I can see that. Moving on to my second game, I have the Packers and the Panthers. This is a huge game for the Panthers because currently they're 2 spots out. They're behind the Rams in the playoffs right now, or looking in. They had a rebound win last week against the Titans after they got blown out by the 49ers, really.
Yeah.
And then the Packers obviously just looked awful last week against the Chargers. I was super surprised.
I'm still not over that.
Yeah, that's one of the worst performances from Aaron Rodgers I've seen in a minute. He just wasn't able to do anything. They weren't able to do anything on the ground either. And then just on the other side, the Chargers were just able to move the ball all over the field. Philip Rivers threw for almost 300. I think they put up 160 on the ground. So it's just uncharacteristic of that defense. And honestly, I kind of think after Cam got shut down this week, I kind of think his time's over in Carolina.
Yeah, especially if Kyle Allen just, keeps playing, pretty good. He doesn't have to be, it's not like he's trying to take, Russell Wilson's spot here. It's not like he's trying to take Mahomes' spot here. It's Cam was looking bad prior to getting hurt.
No, he was.
I was kind of doubting him anyway, and now that Kyle Allen has came in and played pretty good, and I mean, every week that it happens, it's less and less of a fluke, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I agree.
He plays good for 3 games, then he's
played good defenses, and he's done well.
Yeah. Obviously, minus 49.
Minus the 49ers game. He's played really well.
We'll throw that one out for him.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Cam's done. I don't know if Kyle Allen's the answer, but I think Carolina has a good enough team around him. They have enough weapons. Christian McCaffrey. They have a really good defense. I think they have enough pieces where it's all you have to do is just play well.
Yeah, you have to not turn the ball over,
which he hasn't really done.
You have to make the throws you need to make.
Exactly.
And Kyle Allen should have been able to do that. And the crazy part is that Cam Newton kind of wasn't able to do that.
No.
Cam Newton was scattershot before he went down. That, I believe it was Thursday night versus the Buccaneers.
Dude, that was
I was like, wow, is this what Cam Newton is now?
Yeah. His shoulder must be way more messed up than we think.
And now he has the foot thing.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's weird, but I mean, Kyle Allen beating the Packers would be a pretty good start. Convincing people he's the guy.
I'll be interested to see what they even do with Cam, whether they're shipping him out, because who would even take him with all these injuries,
Yeah. Who would want a 30-year-old? I mean, teams have done weirder things.
Yeah.
The Titans traded for Ryan Tannehill this offseason. So.
That's true. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. Because then, I mean, if you're just benching him, it's you're already paying him a ton of money.
It's a lot of money to be a backup
quarterback.
So
it's a tough situation for them right now, but we'll see what they do in the offseason.
Yeah, I agree. But moving on to our college games of the week, with the college football playoff rankings coming out for the first time on Tuesday, we got robbed of a number 1 versus number 2 matchup. But if you couldn't tell by our shirts,
can't really say
not mad. We're not mad. Not mad at all. But we have number 2 LSU versus number 3 Alabama. Obviously, 1 versus 2 is always just cooler because it's the top 2 teams. But I'm still just as excited for this game. It's going to be. I'm so excited to see how Joe Burrow does. Because last year, this was his worst game. I mean, understandably, it's Alabama. But last year, when he was whoever he was last year, he's a different person now. I don't even know who he was last year. But I believe they got shut out. I believe it was a 21-0 loss. And I think he threw a couple picks. I mean, not good. He's obviously much improved. The LSU offense is much improved. I can't wait to see how he does this year. And, as I said, it's one of the this is a great rivalry when they're not ranked in the top 5. And it's an even better rivalry when they are. So I'm excited. There's almost too many NFL prospects to list. But off the top of my head, Joe Burrow, Grant Delpit, Michael Divinity, Christian Fulton. And then for Bama, you got obviously Tua, Henry Ruggs, Raekwon Davis, Dylan Moses, Jerry Jeudy. It goes on and on and on. Just guys that will have a chance to go to the NFL or will be. I mean, probably half of those guys I listed are going to be day 1 picks. Just tons of talent. Watch this game, even if you're not a fan of either team. Obviously, it's going to be it's going to be a great one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Moving on from me, the game I chose is number 4 Penn State against number 17 Minnesota. This is going to be a huge game for both. I mean, this is the biggest game for Minnesota since I don't know when, honestly.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. So they're the highest ranked I've seen them in a minute. PJ Fleck has done a fantastic job up there in Minnesota. He's gotten an extension this week, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that in terms of, like, obviously Penn State needs this to keep up with us in the Big Ten East, and then obviously Minnesota's atop the Big Ten West, so you want to stay that way to keep Wisconsin from coming back, which honestly, I don't...
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me that Wisconsin and Michigan are both ranked higher than Minnesota. It's like, all right, I get that, like, Michigan beat Notre Dame and Wisconsin beat Michigan,
but it's like Minnesota hasn't lost
They
yet.
haven't lost yet. Yeah.
But, I mean, even if they do end up losing this game to Penn State, it's like they play Wisconsin at the end of the year anyways, and those have been the top two teams. So as long as they just drop this one, and then they're fine after that, and they beat Wisconsin, obviously they'll either see Penn State again or us. So I think this is going to be a really good game. A couple names to watch out for, obviously KJ Hamler, Yader Gross-Matos, and then I don't really know from Minnesota if there's really anybody to look out for.
Yeah, I don't really...
Sean Clifford's been balling out for Penn State at quarterback. It's gonna. I mean, I'm just really excited to watch it, honestly. It'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, and, I mean, it's kind of weird because, like, if Minnesota wins this game, it does really shake up the Big Ten.
No,
because obviously Penn State is expected to come in here and win. No one expected Minnesota to be this good at all.
Yeah.
So if they actually, like, show that they're this, because right now, you know, what we all expect to happen is 8-0 Minnesota loses to Penn State, loses to Ohio State, loses to Wisconsin. They end the season with 3 losses. You're like, oh, they were pretty good, but they're not ready for the big dogs.
Yeah.
But if they come out here, they punch Penn State in the mouth. I mean, that would be kind of crazy.
Oh, I mean, it would be crazy considering they surprised. I mean, I was kind of surprised to see Penn State jump into the top 4 anyways this week.
They jumped Clemson.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the Penn State's got to show that they deserve that.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, that's the defending national champ that they jumped.
Exactly.
So pretty crazy. I mean, it's just a great week for college football too.
It is. No,
I think there's one more really good Big Ten matchup that we're forgetting. It's gonna annoy me now, but
is it Wisconsin, Iowa?
It is Wisconsin, Iowa.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So that's 2 more top 20 ranked. I believe they're both the top 20
Yeah,
ranked
Wisconsin
teams.
needs that one to stay in contention to get the Big Ten title too. So.
Yeah, as does Iowa. So
yeah, and they're in that division too. So.
Yeah, so we got some great games in college football.
The West is
this week.
surprisingly a little competitive.
Yeah, and it's not Nebraska.
Yeah.
What everyone said was going to be the good team out of the West.
Exactly.
But, all right, moving on to our 100% total locks of the week. My first one, I can't believe this team is the underdog. The underdog. I got the Bills money line, plus 130 versus Cleveland. They're plus 3 normally. I would take that all day as well. But I mean, Cleveland's at home, but I can't figure out why they'd be the favorite. I mean,
after how they played last week, I don't know why they would be either.
Yeah, it's like the Bills have slowed down since their like really hot start, but I mean, their only losses are to the Eagles and the Patriots, and they played both of them tough. You could say they even played the Eagles worse than they played if Josh Allen doesn't get hurt, they might have beat the Patriots. We don't even know. I mean, Matt Barkley was trying to lead game-winning drives there.
Patriots were struggling in that game too.
Yeah. So I think the Bills are a super talented team. The only thing I'm scared about is that Nick Chubb's gonna have a field day on him. Back-to-back weeks, they've let Adrian Peterson and Miles Sanders / Jordan Howard kind of toast them.
Yeah.
So but I think that I find it hard to believe they're gonna get destroyed on the ground 3 weeks in a row. So
yeah, I'm not scared of Baker right now. So
I'm not scared of Baker at all.
That gives them more of a reason to focus on the run.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Every time Baker drops back, I think there's a possibility he does a pick now. Like that's just the way it feels.
I was shook he didn't turn it over last week.
Yeah, and they still lost.
Yeah, and they still lost. So I don't know.
I'm all in on Bills money line though. I think that is easy money. I can't believe they're the underdogs.
Yeah,
but of course they're probably gonna lose because I said that. But
yeah, we'll see. My first pick, I have the Ravens minus 10 in Cincinnati. I'm actually really confident about this just because of how they played last week against the Patriots. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if maybe there's a letdown week coming off of that huge game, which hopefully won't be the case because John Harbaugh's a good coach. But I really like this because the Bengals are starting Ryan Finley. They just benched Andy Dalton, so you don't know how this kid's going to come out and play. Ravens' defense is really good, especially in the secondary. So I'm expecting the Ravens defense to maybe even get a bunch of fantasy points this week, cause a bunch of turnovers, we'll see. But I really don't think that minus 10 should be an issue.
Yeah, and if the letdown happens, I think it would be, I think it would be, like, they would probably still win, it just might not be by the 10 points.
Yeah,
So, if I'm not super worried about it, but I was looking for a stat because I was pretty sure there was some crazy stat where the Ravens just destroy rookie quarterbacks, and they're 15-2 versus rookie quarterbacks at home, and they are away here, so that stat does not completely apply, but it's like a known thing that John Harbaugh kills rookie QBs. You have Ryan Finley, first career start. Not even just a rookie QB, but a guy making his first career start.
Yeah, on the worst team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, so this should be easy. As you said, I think it's possible for a letdown just because they beat the Patriots so convincingly, but I still, the Bengals suck.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And then my other lock of the week, we got Chiefs -6 versus Tennessee. Mahomes is back, and I think they looked good without Mahomes. He's back now. I think this is easy.
I wouldn't be surprised if they blow the doors off him.
Yeah. I think Tennessee's defense is good.
They are good. They are good.
They are a good defense.
But Kyle Allen also put up 30 on him last week. So.
Yeah, and I think Ryan Tannehill will turn the ball over. He'll revert to the Ryan Tannehill we know. He looked really good 2 weeks ago. He looked pretty good last week. Still some mistakes, but I think we'll see the Ryan Tannehill that we all know Ryan Tannehill is, and I think the Chiefs get this one done pretty easily. I'm thinking
Is that at home?
Let me check.
That might be at home.
No, it's away.
Oh, it's in Tennessee.
Yeah,
okay.
It's away. So there's that, but I don't know. I just think Mahomes being back, I think he throws 5 TDs. I'm feeling like he's just like, oh, hey guys, you guys forget about me?
Yeah, yeah. Moving on to my second pick, I have the Lions +2.5 in Chicago against the Bears. I was kind of leaning back and forth on this, but we've had some pretty bad luck betting against the Lions so far this season.
That's true.
They're both kind of sitting around the 3-4-ish area. I know the Lions have a tie, but the Bears just don't look good anymore.
The Bears' offense just sucks.
It really just sucks, and and it's like as much credit as I want to give to their defense, it's like their offense just literally it's like the defense takes one step forward and then Mitch takes 5 steps back. They can't do anything productive offensively. So I think that the Lions will be able to obviously shut them down on defense, barring that they don't get gashed on the ground. And then, I think Matt Stafford should be fine. Yeah,
and I think it's Big Cat that's been saying that the Bears offense has killed the Bears defense.
Yeah,
and it's true.
Yeah,
it has to be hard to play defense when you try your hardest, you get a stop on 3rd and 1, and then your offense comes out, they go 3 and out, punt it right back.
Right,
and you're just
bro, come on.
Mitch had 1 passing yard was it 0 or 1? I think it was 1 passing yard at halftime of last week's game.
Dude.
Halftime, 1 yard?
Dude.
Yeah, the Bears' offense is garbage.
I can do that.
Yeah, the Bears' offense is garbage. I like that pick. I think the Lions get it.
Yeah.
But with that, guys, that is going to be our show. Week 10, as I said, got some really good matchups in college football. Got some pretty good both the primetime games are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The 49ers, Seahawks, and Cowboys, Vikings are just fantastic primetime games. Give me a good week.
Good television.
Be sure to like, subscribe, guys, and we will see you next week.
Yep, see you guys.